going on? This is Miss Moffitt, and I'm sitting on topics, spilling the tea and telling all the gossip. And I'm here to talk about the 2017 BET Awards. Well, I tell you what, when I first heard that Bruno Mars was going to be performing live, I was like, I bet they're going to pull an okie doke. And he's going to be in Berlin or Prague somewhere. You can't even spell Prague, trying to, broadcast his show into the BET Awards. And to my surprise, BET had him as the opening act. And when I tell you Bruno Mars bought the house down, we're going to get into it. So, he started off with Perm. And what I've liked about Bruno Mars is every award show that he's ever done, he's always doing a different song. If I wasn't crazy, I think he's going to debut every single song on his album. So he came out, he had his posse with him, they were dancing with the instruments, he had his throwback jersey on, just working. And I give my props to Bruno Mars. A lot of people say they don't appreciate him for what he is or the music that he produces. I love it. I bought his album. I think that he's talented. I think he encompasses Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown, Usher, all into one beautiful Puerto Rican package. So if you don't like it, that's too bad. So Leslie Jones is hosting the BET Awards, and Leslie Jones, she's an eclectic taste, an acquired taste, if you will. I believe that, I don't think she was nervous. I think she was excited about being able to host such a huge event, and I think that her personality just came through. I think that she was just who she was. She didn't come out fraudulent. She didn't, when she came out, she had on skinny jeans, a jacket, and a shirt, and a knee brace. She came out comfortable. She came out presenting herself as she was. She had, in her monologue, she made a good joke about not understanding the rappers' names. And we're going to get into that as we go on with these performers in this show tonight. And she made the joke, when we came up, Old Dirty Bastard was an old dirty bastard, and today you got Lil Yachty and Amigos and Future. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But we'll get into that. So Leslie Jones, she did okay, and she even took us back to Comic View. I forgot Leslie Jones was on Comic View, so it was nice for her to come back to her roots and have full circle in her career, so to speak. So that was good. So the first award that we had was Best Group, and the presenters were the guy that played Tupac, Demetrius Shipp, and Logan Brownie from Dear White People. So Dear White People was really good. Tupac needed some work, but we're not here to discuss that today. Best Group went to the Migos. Bad and Bougie, that resonate with anyone out there? I live in Springfield, so we have no idea who the Migos are, okay? So moving on. Again, so next, our second performer was French Montana. Right. His song was cute. He had his kids out there, but the whole setup reminded me of a Zumba routine. I do Zumba on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I felt like I needed to go put my outfit on and do that cha-cha with them. But it was cute for what it was. So, next we had the cast of Detroit come out, and they did a presentation in honor of the falling of the police brutality issues that have been going on for God knows how long. I know some people say, why do we keep bringing it up? Because if we don't bring it up, it'll be forgotten about, and those people would have died in vain. So that's why. They actually presented the Centric Award, and I think the person that won is the most eclectic person, or eccentric person that I've ever seen as an artist, and that was Solange. Her Cranes in the Sky is a beautiful eccentric album, and I think she deserves it. She's not trying to be in her sister's shadow. She came up there and she thanked everybody but Beyonce. So, what, to each his own. And I think she's an artist. She's been around for a long time, but I think she's coming into full circle and as an artist of herself. So I like Solange. She made a beautiful speech. So next we had Lala and Mr. Ralph Angel, and I don't know what his real name is. It really don't matter because he'll always be Ralph Angel. I hate to say that he was going to be typecast, but Ralph Angel was up there with Lala looking like an Etch-a-Sketch. What did he have on? Leave that down in the comments. What was that about? And they presented the Glow Up Challenge and the gospel album. And the gospel album or artist of the year went to Lecrae. Never heard of him. But the song that they played, I actually YouTube, and it was actually pretty good. It's like a trap gospel, something that you probably wouldn't hear in most traditional churches. Probably those, storefront churches, they'll be having that trap gospel. So check him out. Lecrae is his name. So then we have another performance from the Migos and Post Malone. Anybody? They performed Bad and Bougie, and apparently I am missing out because that whole crowd was rocking the Bad and Bougie. Like, I've heard people, reference that song Bad and Bougie, but as far as me singing the songs and knowing the words, nope. So after that performance, Remy Ma comes out with Fringe in tow, and she presents a up-and-coming artist, Jessie Reyez, who puts you in the mind of an Amy Winehouse. Very raspy voice, but very talented. She plays the guitar, or I don't know if she plays any other instruments, but it was nice for them to showcase a fresh talent like Jessie Reyez. So then we had a presentation by Carrie Champion. She works for ESPN, and she was actually honoring Martavius Michael and Martellus Bennett. There we go. They're brothers in the NFL. I believe Martellus plays for the Seahawks, and Michael plays for the Patriots. And they have a lot of initiatives in the Black community to uplift Black women, Black youth, Black men, and they are on a platform where rather than being ridiculed for supporting, Black Lives Matter or kneeling for the national anthem, they're taking their power and they're putting into programs that inspire people to accept their Blackness or celebrate their Blackness. And it's good to see African American men step up and donate their time and funding to something other than clothes or material things. So it was good to see that. So then we had Trey Songz. Whoo! So Trey Songz. Now, before I go into this, I want to make note that Smokey Robinson was in the audience. He's in there, and he's such a legend. He couldn't blink, so I knew he saw all the show. Trey Songz got up there and performed this song. He started out with his classic spotlight stage presence, and they're dancing all eloquently. He's singing passionately. And child, he breaks out into this risque dance, and he's gonna take his banana and stick it in the tree, and he's gonna, God, it was just so risque and so extra. And we're gonna get into extra here real soon, but Trey Songz, I mean, people are talking about his performance, but they're not talking about it in the most favorable way. So, Trey. So then P. Diddy gets up there. But before P. Diddy, actually, so they had Trey Songz, and then they had Chris Brown perform with Gucci Mane. And Chris Brown just basically got up there and danced and lip synced. So we've seen that all before. So Puff Daddy actually presented Best New Artist. And the Best New Artist was given to Chance the Rapper, who is an upcoming artist, philanthropist, activist, and he's such a young talent, and he got honored twice tonight. We'll talk about that a little later, but he's just a positive influence to this rap culture, this hip hop culture, and I'm here for it. So next we had Mary J. Blige with the Breakup Body. Do you hear me? She was serving body. The song was okay, but that body, that was, hey, you did me wrong, so check this out. This is all you gonna be missing. And it was so bad, I read today, her husband gonna tweet talking about something. Mary, just like, Mary, we need to put everything aside and quit being so negative. We need to talk this out. I bet Mary was looking good, child. He ain't trying to lose his good thing, but we'll see where that goes. So then we get Jamie Foxx. I don't know if he was padding or buffering. I don't know what was going on. He was being extra. He was there to promote his Bullet Drive, Baby Driver, which I'm thinking about seeing. But if he's getting paid to promote that, they need to start over. He actually presented Best Male R&B Artist, and Bruno won. Yes, honey. Bruno is everything. This is his year. And you know what? I don't want to go this far, but I believe 24K Magic, the album, is his Thriller. He hasn't had a Thriller video yet, but this is his Thriller. I haven't heard an album in a long time where I enjoy all 8 songs, and he delivers in that album. So then we have Big Sean. Actually, I heard the song. They played it on the radio. Last night I took an L, but tonight I'm bounced back. I got that. I'm getting that. I'm feeling that. Last night I took an L, but tonight I bounced back. I heard that, Big Sean. So he did okay. Justice Smollett from Empire, he came to produce or introduce another young talent, Khaled, not to be confused with DJ Khaled, but he's a new age R&B singer, and he has an interesting sound. So I will be interested to see where he goes here in the next couple of years. So then we had Karrueche, DeRay Davis, and Cardi B. What a combination. First of all, how did Karrueche be able to come to the BET Awards with Chris Brown? She got a restraining order against him. Put that down in the comments. What that happened at? Where they do that at? So they did the Young Stars Award, and it went to Yari Shahidi, who is the star of Blackish, and we watch Blackish every week, so it's such a good show. So I'm glad to see her get her props, and she gave such an eloquent speech about Black empowerment. So we got stars on the rise, and it's so happy that BET is celebrating these stars in a way that no one else is. So then we have Xscape. Listen, y'all know I love some Candy. I love Tiny. I love the other 2 girls because that's how everybody else describes them. But Xscape, I mean, did they just fly them into the BET Awards? Did they not rehearse? Did they not do a sound check? I mean, did they not coordinate the outfits? I mean, and then everyone was trying to sing lead. What was going on? It's like, BET is infamous for their surprise reunions from back in the day. And Xscape was giving me, okay, we're just going to get up here and do this. This is a practice. That's what it came off as. And it was just very unrehearsed and impromptu. But, you know what? I give them their props for getting back together and after 18 years and doing their thing, because I'm not up there doing it after 18 years, but they got the money, the time, and the passion to get up there and perform again, so be it. Have at it. So, next we have Future in this Zorro thing. Mumble rap. This mumble rap generation, y'all need to get that together. I'm not feeling that. Now, I'll give you this. The beats are on point. But if you're not saying anything, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? Music is made for a purpose. You're out there to convey a message. So you ain't got nothing to say, then what are you saying? Let's try again, people. I mean, people already don't respect us as a race. So let's give them something to respect. And I'm not saying everything has to be militant. But if you're going to rap, at least let me know the words. I mean, what does that look like on lyrics.com? I'm just curious. I'm going to have to Google that. Bad and bougie. So, child, we get Miss Tamar. And when I tell you Miss Thang was doing the utmost, when I tell you she was serving us the female from Gremlins 2, when I tell you she had a Miss Piggy wig for everybody that no one wanted anything to do with, I mean, that prop was outdoing her. I mean, just a flipping and a swaying and I said, what is going on? And then out of all that Tyler Perry stage play that was going on around her, what girl? What is going on? Tamar. And she actually has a beautiful voice. She was singing very well. It's just her wig was just outperforming her. I don't. Ooh, wig girl. Just doing the most. I know that it's been a minute since the real, but you don't have to put yourself out there just to. Anyway. So then Deborah Lee comes out. And, I've been watching the BET Awards since its conception. And she has always been so uptight and not comfortable in front of the camera. I would actually like to see BET work with her to loosen her up and have more personality as the CEO of Black Entertainment Television. I just feel like she's been doing this long enough to come out there and just, give us life and life abundantly, Anyway, she actually presented the humanitarian award, and it went to Chance the Rapper, who has this program called Social Works in Chicago. He does a lot of activism and youth development in Chicago, and they even videotaped Michelle Obama giving him a message, which I was like, oh, our first lady forever. So it was really great to see him be honored. He actually didn't prepare a speech. He got up there and freestyled and said what was on his heart, and it worked. Sometimes being prepared isn't the best way. Sometimes you got to speak from your heart and let your heart bleed through. So the next performer was Maxwell. Maxwell did okay. Maxwell was all right. I'm here to tell you, BET is keeping Maxwell and El DeBarge employed. That's all I got to say about that. Tyrese actually presented the homage to the people that we've lost in 2017. And, they talked about Prodigy, Chuck Berry. Al Jarreau died. I didn't even know Al Jarreau died. Ain't nobody told me nothing. But that's okay. So they had a performance, and a guy performed Chuck Berry, and then we had another performer come out, and they did a tribute to George Michaels, rather. So they did it right. I didn't hear too many complaints. You know how every year they have the Oscars and they miss somebody. So this year, I guess BET did it right. So then the performance of the night, the tribute of the night, this is what shut the BET Awards down other than Bruno Mars. It was the Lifetime Achievement Award 2, New Edition. Now, I went to see New Edition with Babyface last summer, and it was phenomenal. It was all of 110 degrees, and we was out there sweating, talking about some Candy Girl, and If It Isn't Love, and Hit Me Off. I mean, we was out there, and it was a blast. So, what I like, BT actually put a lot of thought into this performance. They had the cast of the New Edition story, the young cast and the older cast, come out, and they actually the young kids did the younger songs, Candy Girl, and they did just Candy Girl, I believe. And then the older kids came out, and they did Ralph Transvet's song Sensitivity, the guy that played Ralph. And Luke James, who I've also seen in concert, he did My by what's that child's name? Johnny Gill, there it is. So and then they had the guy that plays Empire, and they came out, did Belle Biv DeVoe, and Poison is what they did. So then, they had the original members of New Edition there, and Bobby is so extra. He had a mink for every scene that they took of him. So they get up there, they accept the award, and then I knew this was coming. They were going to have them perform because the cast only did one song each, okay? So I knew they were going to come out and do the hits. Why BET didn't have a buffer? Why they didn't plan to have a commercial or do a montage or something? They just had us sitting there on dead air. They couldn't foresee that. This is a group that stopped the whole tour because they couldn't get along. They should have been prepared for that, but I'm not going to dwell on that because no one else is out there doing what BET is doing. So I'm not going to give BET a hard time for putting together and celebrating our black stars. So, a lot of people are out there saying, well, there's so many glitches and it was just trash. And I'm like, well, who else is doing it? Who else is honoring New Edition? I'll wait. Okay, so they they get out there and New Edition they did Telephone Man. Bobby, first of all, Bobby had this big old rabbit on his arm. I'm like, where is he going with that meat child? Where is he going with the rabbit? So they did Telephone Man. Bobby left. They did Stay in the Rain because I guess that's gonna be an issue if you know what I mean. If It Is in Love, which is one of my favorite songs. And then when they did If It Is in Love, they had the young cast members, they had the older cast members, and they had the original New Edition on the stage all together, dressed in white tuxedos. Do you hear me? When I tell you they shut it down, all in sync except Bobby. He was a little slow, but all in sync. And they was up and they was putting it down. And it was the most spectacular tribute, spectacular reunion that I have seen in a while. And thank you, BET, for doing that. So I'm sitting there thinking, I said, oh, well, that's a good show. Good. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off so we got to watch Power. And here they coming with more awards and more performances. I'm like, wait a minute. It's not over? And at that point, I felt hostage. I felt like I want to go home. But they did Best Male and Female Rap Artist. Kendrick Lamar won for Best Male Rap Artist. So then it started to plateau real bad, y'all, because everyone's getting restless. Even MC Lyte. MC Lyte's been announcing for the BET Awards since their inception, and she announced that Yara Shahidi was coming out, the girl from Blackish, but it was actually Issa Rae. I'm like, oh no, Issa. And then she was going on to a skit about how you just need a man in a bathtub, and Leslie Jones was on the side in the bathtub with the man playing off what she was saying, and she had out-announced Issa Rae. She was yelling all over Issa Rae. I was like, oh, that's too bad. Come on, BET. Let's wrap it up. So, Yara Shahidi came after Issa Rae, and she announced the Viewer's Choice Award with 2 viewers, and they could have scripted that scene a little better. But it was Beyonce. And of course, Beyonce's not there because she has twins to deliver. But Beyonce sent some representatives, and I'm like, who are these people? I thought it was a fluke. I thought they was going to get up there and shame Beyonce, but they had a written, notarized letter from Beyonce, and they said, and we thank you, love B. So, the last award of the night was Best Female Rap Artist, and this is the biggest award because there's been so much beef with Remy and Nicki and who's the top, and I just wish as a people we can get over being the only one or the number one in a genre. We can have more than one success. But it's all about bragging rights. We got to be the best. That we can't help it. That's that mentality that was instilled in us coming out. So at the end of the day, Remy Ma won. She won. And she got up there and dissing Nicki, talking about shots in the ass and patted your bra and are you dumb? And she got her glory tonight. I just hope she can keep that momentum going. Hope she can give us an album with some hooks. And I wish her all the best. I think I hope it's going to turn in from a beef to healthy competition. That's what I would like to see with her and Nicki. Let's make this lucrative for the culture and not detrimental to the artist. So the last performance was Lil Wayne, DJ Khaled, and some other people I don't know. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. And that was the end of the BET Awards. Overall, I give the BET Awards a B+. They get better every year. It's a lot of improvement to do, but the reason that I give my time to the BET Awards because, like I said before, no other award show is honoring our black stars. The way that we do. No other Billboard, MTV, America Music. You don't see New Edition. You don't see Escape on those shows. You don't see El DeBarge. So support BET. And you know what? Make YouTube videos and provide feedback. Not trashing them, but giving them ideas to do better in the future. So I'm Miss Moffitt. I'm sitting on top, spilling the tea, telling all the gossip. And this is your BET Awards 2017 review. Catch you next time.